Chapter 4 Leo Valdez and the Quest for Buford. Leo blamed the Windex. He should have known better. Now his entire project, 2 months of work, might literally blow up in his face. He stormed around Bunker 9, cursing himself for being so stupid, while his friends tried to calm him down. "It's okay," Jason said. "We're here to help." "Tell us what happened," Piper urged. Thank goodness they'd answered his distress call so quickly. Leo couldn't turn to anyone else. Having his best friends at his side made him feel better, though he wasn't sure they could stop the disaster. Jason looked cool and confident as usual, all surfer dude handsome with his blonde hair and sky blue eyes. The scar on his mouth and the sword at his side gave him a rugged appearance, like he could handle anything. Piper stood next to him in her jeans and orange camp t-shirt. Her long brown hair was braided on one side. Her dagger Katropis gleamed at her belt. Despite the situation, her multicolored eyes sparkled like she was trying to suppress a smile. Now that Jason and she were officially together, Piper looked like that a lot. Leo took a deep breath.
"Okay, guys, this is serious. Buford's gone. And if we don't get him back, this whole place is gonna explode."
Piper's eyes lost some of that smiley sparkle.
"Explode? Okay. Just calm down and tell us who Buford is."
She probably didn't do it on purpose, but Piper had this child of Aphrodite power called charm speak that made her voice hard to ignore. Leo felt his muscles relaxing. His mind cleared a little.
"Fine," he said. "Come here."
He led them across the hangar floor, carefully skirting some of his more dangerous projects. In his 2 months at Camp Half-Blood, Leo had spent most of his time at Bunker 9. After all, he'd rediscovered the secret workshop. Now it was like a second home to him. But he knew his friends still felt uncomfortable here. He couldn't blame them. Built into the side of a limestone cliff deep in the woods, the bunker was part of a weapons depot, part machine shop, and part underground safe house, with a little bit of Area 51 style craziness thrown in for good measure. Rows of workbenches stretched into the darkness. Tool cabinets, storage closets, cages full of welding equipment, and stacks of construction material made a labyrinth of aisles so vast Leo figured he'd only explored about 10% of it so far. Overhead ran a series of catwalks and pneumatic tubes for delivering supplies, plus a high-tech lighting and sound system that Leo was just starting to figure out. A large magical banner hung over the center of the production floor. Leo had recently discovered how to change the display, like the Times Square Jumbotron. So now the banner read, "Merry Christmas, and all your presents belong to Leo." He ushered his friends to the central staging area. Decades ago, Leo's metallic friend Festus, the bronze dragon, had been created here. Now Leo was slowly assembling his pride and joy, the Argo II. At the moment, it didn't look like much. The keel was laid, a length of celestial bronze curved like an archer's bow, 200 feet from bow to stern. The lowest hull planks had been set in place, forming a shallow bowl held together by scaffolding. Masts lay to one side, ready for positioning. The bronze dragon figurehead, formerly the head of Festus, sat nearby, carefully wrapped in velvet, waiting to be installed in its place of honor. Most of Leo's time had been spent in the middle of the ship, at the base of the hull, where he was building the engine that would run the warship. He climbed the scaffolding and jumped onto the hull. Jason and Piper followed.
"See?"
Leo said. Fixed to the keel, the engine apparatus looked like a high-tech jungle gym made from pipes, pistons, bronze gears, magical discs, steam vents, electric wires, and a million other magical and mechanical pieces. Leo slid inside and pointed out the combustion chamber.